What's up, guys? This is Brave, and I'm back with another review. But this time we're doing BET's The Encore. I know I'm so late on this, but don't block my blessing right now because I'm doing it now. All right, so this is gonna be episode 1, where we are introduced to the ladies as well as this entire experience. So let's get into it. So just so you guys know, because this was last week's episode, I'm just going to go ahead and break each person down and what I think about them so far. So first, let's go from the people who are least problematic to the most problematic. So the first lady that I want to talk about is Nivea. Now, I have always been a fan of Nivea. I can definitely say that I have listened to Don't Mess With My Man, 25 Reasons. I still know all the words to that. Complicated was a great album. Like, listen, Nivea, I feel like she could have been bigger than what she was. As far as this experience on this episode, Nivea is like the homegirl that we all love. She's very fun. She has a bubbly personality. She's not taking this experience too serious like some of these other ladies are. And I just feel like she is also here for comedic relief for the most part. Like, the fact that they got into that studio and she sung a little bit or whatever, and we already know that Nivea can sing. Like, out of these ladies here, I would probably say the strongest voices would probably be Nivea and Shamari. I think that those two probably have the strongest voices. And this actually brings me to Shamari. So Shamari was in the group Black, who was discovered by Lisa Left Eye Lopez. And it does suck when she says that, once Left Eye passed away, that's where their career pretty much ended, because she was no longer there to be involved in their projects. And I'm like, damn, that really does suck, because you have no control over if someone passes away or not. I do think that Black was a good group. They were like a mini version of TLC. They had hit songs like 808, which is still a bop. As If is still a bop. I still play, what's that one song with JC Chazé? Bring It On To Me, where he had his baggy jeans and Timbs. Listen, still a bop. I will say, out of this entire experience, I was a fan of all of these ladies' music. So I am a huge supporter of this idea. So when it came down to Shamari's vocal ability, we already know that Shamari can sing, because she was just on Housewives of Atlanta not too long ago, flexing her vocals in that competition that she had against Candy, which she won. So I'm glad to see Shamari on TV again. I always thought that she should have gotten more seasons on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but maybe this is where she's supposed to be. So let's go ahead and move on to the next lady, and that will be Pamela. Now, we know her as Pam because she was a part of the group Total, Kima, Keisha, and Pam. And I was also a huge fan of Total back in the day, because Trippin' is still a song that I play all the time. I love Can't You See? I love their song, what was the one? Kissing You. Like, they had a lot of good songs. They were a part of Bad Boy. And as far as who Pamela is today, though, she's very different. She is no longer the girl who was so rough like she was back in the day. I feel like Pamela has been through some things. She talks about how she doesn't drink anymore. Clearly, she had a battle with alcohol, and now she's trying to live her life right. She's very religious. And I feel like that tends to happen with a lot of people who have been in the industry and they have had their battles with drugs and alcohol and all types of things. They go find Jesus. At some point, they go find him. So, as far as her talent, though, I'm going to be honest. I never really saw her for Pam's vocals when it came to the group Total in the first place. I feel like she had that roughness in her voice, but she was never like this strong church house type singer. So when she got in there and sung her little bits, I was like, And she probably ain't sung in a long time. And also, she was never that strong vocally. Now, like, I remember Kima's voice, and I can remember Keisha's voice, but I always thought that Pam's voice was just a bit more rough and rugged. So, even when it came down to these ladies learning choreography on this show, of course, there's ladies who can catch on the choreography, and then there are ladies who have never had to really dance in their group. Because when I think about it, like, Nivea never used to have to dance. Total was not really dancers like that. Hell, even 702 wasn't really dancers like that. So I don't know why we're expecting them to dance. When you have these Cherish girls, they for sure had to dance because they had that do it to it song. Black used to dance a little bit. Keely, she was basically a backup dancer, so, she had to dance. I'm trying to think. Oh, Aubry, of course they had to dance because Diddy was working them like machines back in the day. So it's just interesting to see how this group was starting to divide. But I just got so off track. Let's go ahead and move on to the next lady. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and do the sisters, not Fallon and Felicia, but the 702 girls. Love 702. Still think that them singing the Cousin Skeeter theme song was so dope. Can we just also mention how Nickelodeon used to always have black people singing the theme songs to their TV shows? But let's just move on. So, as far as Irish and Nisha go, when they first showed up, I was like, oh, it looked like life has hit them. Because they was just looking real rough, okay? Now, as far as their vocal ability, okay, they need some work. They need a whole lot of work. I feel like they probably have not sung in a very long time. And I get it, they were never lead singers, but I want y'all to go back and listen to Subway featuring 702. There's a song called Little Game We Play. And Misha is the one who's singing on that song. And when I tell y'all, she can actually sing. Like, seriously. This show is not showing that at all. Unfortunately, these ladies can't dance either. So, a couple of the ladies are counting them out. But I'm not going to discredit what they did as a group in 702. I just feel like they need a bit more practice than some of the ladies. And I feel like if they work with the vocal coach all the time and not just like one episode here, one episode there, maybe we can see some progress with both these ladies. Because I really think that they want to be there and, do this whole album thing. We just need to see how this plays out for them. All right, let's just go ahead and move on to Keely Williams. We know her as Broken Promises. She was the girl who threw chicken at Naturi, but baby, look at where Naturi is now. I can't lie, when it comes to 3LW, and I think of where all the ladies are today, Naturi is the one that they kicked out of the group. However, as far as career goes, I feel like she probably has the biggest career because baby girl is still out here acting, and I mean, she is killing it. She is going from show to show to show. She did Power Book 2. She's done some movies. Now she has a new show coming out on ABC with Brandy and Eve. And I'm just like, look at how those blessings worked. But this ain't even about Naturi. This is back to Keely. First of all, I don't even understand why we're mentioning the Cheetah Girls. I remember the Cheetah Girls as a movie series. They were not a group. Or am I tripping? But as far as Keely in this role, she talking about she ain't a part of the group because she's the creative director. And the crazy part about it is that don't nobody want her to creative anything and direct anything. Nobody sees it for Keely. Now, I will say this. Nobody gave her a chance to prove herself. But they automatically were like, Keely, absolutely not. So we clearly see that this whole time and her whole purpose of being here is to be in the drama, but also pretend like she's not. As far as do I think that she has a good vocal ability? No, because when she was started off singing that Angel of Mine, I said, oh, no, no, no. That is not the angel, okay? I don't know what that is. I feel like she needed to sing something that was in her range. She could have sung like a Britney Spears song, like, she's so lucky, she's a star. Yeah, she should have been in that range right there. But that's not what she gave us. Like, Keely should never sing any Monica song. So, we will see what happens over this season with Keely. Either she's going to be in the group or she's not. Now, let's go ahead and move along. All right, let's just go ahead and talk about Miss Aubry O'Day, the single white woman on the show. So, first of all, Aubry does not look the same at all. Her face is so plumped up with fillers. It's scary. Like, her walking around looking like the bride of Chucky is extremely scary. And she was a very pretty girl back in the day. Of course, we watched her be a part of Danity Kane, because that's the group that she's from. Because, they had that song, what was it? My heart is damaged, damaged, damaged. I cannot lie. I was a fan of Danity Kane. I watched Making the Band, all the seasons of Making the Band, actually. But I especially liked it because they were making a girl group. Actually, I would have loved to see D Woods on this show instead of Aubry. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, nonetheless, Aubry comes into the house. I feel like there's definitely going to be some messy, shady moments with her because that's just who Aubry is. Like, let's be honest here. She's already trying to divide the girls up once they heard everybody sing, because her and the Cherish girls have linked up because they feel like they have the most talent versus some of the other ladies. Now, I will say, when it comes to choreography, of course, Aubry, she was a dancer because that's what she was during Making the Band. So, she's great at dancing. As far as her singing, listen, I don't know what in the world she was doing, but she was no Christina Aguilera, and I wanted her to stop singing. It was too much of all that growl and throat. She needed to calm that down. But overall, I feel like she's definitely going to be at the center of a lot of arguments, which have already started up by the end of the episode. Now, let's just go ahead and move on to the twins. Listen, I'm not even about to front. I was a fan of Cherish, okay? I definitely like their album. I love their song, Show and Tell. I love Chevy, Unappreciated. They had some hits. I'm not about to, knock it. I mean, they were not, like, world-known hits. I'm talking about as far as the album goes. They had some bops. Listen, I say hits. They had some bops. And Felicia and Fallon get there, right? They were the first ladies to actually arrive. When they met Pam, they did not know who she was. When they finally got to meeting everybody and having a conversation, they called them geriatrics. Then when they were talking to Lamisha and Irish, they did not know who they were either. I'm just like, how do you not know the girls who paved the way for you to be a group? Like, how do you not know who Pam is? How do you not know who Lamisha or Irish are? Like, I get it, they're older, but they don't look that much different than what they used to look like. I feel like Felicia and Fallon came in there stuck up with a funky attitude. They feel like they're bigger than what they really are, because out of everybody here, they are the least successful. I mean, yeah, you have Felicia or Fallon, whichever one, they just became a millionaire. But as far as their own artistry and them being a group, Cherish was not on the map like that. Honestly, the only reason why I really knew them was because BET used to play their music videos all the time. Oh my gosh, guys, please excuse my dog barking in the background, but let's just go ahead and move on. Okay, so when it actually comes down to talent, to me, Felicia and Fallon sound exactly alike. They do still sound the same as what they used to back in the day. And as far as them dancing, they can dance as well. And like I said earlier, they were in a group that had to dance, so I get it. So as far as, them respecting the other ladies though, they have clowned the other ladies. They feel like they've been bamboozled because there's a couple of the ladies they don't feel like have any talent basically. They want to divide it into two different groups, them and Aubry, and maybe Shamari or Nivea, whichever girl they feel like can sing. But basically, they want the girls who they consider as non-singers to be in a separate group. And I'm just like, y'all are being messy. Honestly, just let these girls sing, put a little auto-tune on it, it'll be fine. What do I think is going to happen this season, though, as far as Felicia and Fallon? I feel like they're going to be very iffy. They're going to be, oh, we like y'all for a second, then we're not going to like y'all. It's going to be a lot of that pettiness with them. And I honestly hope that they can fix their attitudes by the time we get to the end of this season, because they seem like they could have been nice girls, but they just feel like they are popping and they really not. That is going to be my review of the first episode, because honestly, it was just introductions and seeing where everybody was at. I will be back with another review of episode 2 and 3. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.